God says, "My child, listen to me carefully, for this is not a time of casual hearing. This is not a moment where you can delay. This is not a passing whisper that you can postpone until later. This is an urgent warning, and I need your spirit to awaken fully. You may not understand why I am speaking to you with such trembling urgency, but I am the Lord your God, and I reveal what is hidden before it overtakes you. My child, I am taking someone away from you, and you must know the truth before it is too late. The name of this dying person has been hidden from you. But I will not allow darkness to keep you blind any longer. For I am God and I expose what others try to conceal. This person has walked in your life with a mixture of closeness and deception. There have been signs, countless signs that you felt in your heart but tried to ignore because of love, because of trust, because of your desire to see the good in people. But I tell you now, my child, this person has carried secrets in their soul that were never spoken to you. And the time has come when those secrets are weighing heavily on their spirit, draining their life, pushing them toward the edge of death. This is why I am warning you now. Not tomorrow, not a week from now, not someday in the future. Now, Archangel Michael has been watching this unfolding and he has wept. He has tried to place barriers between you and the traps this person created. But even Michael, my mighty warrior, cannot hold back the decree of time. For their days are numbered, their breath is counted, and their body is growing weak under the hidden weight of what they have done. You have noticed strange things in their behavior. Sudden silences, heavy sighs, unexplained absences, and eyes that carry shadows deeper than words can tell. These are not coincidences. These are the cracks in their spirit being revealed. My child, you may wonder, why would I take someone from you? Why would I, your God, allow this pain to touch your life? But I must tell you, I am not removing them to hurt you. I am removing them because they chose a path that could not remain in your life any longer. Their hidden deeds, their secret actions, their choices have built consequences that can no longer be delayed. I am exposing this not to crush your heart, but to protect your destiny. For if this person remained by your side, the curse they carry would fall upon you as well. And I, your Father in heaven, cannot allow the child I love to be buried under the weight of someone else's destruction. The name of this person has been whispered in the winds of heaven, carried by angels who mourn for the wasted chances they had to turn back, but who now must prepare to escort their soul away. My child, you feel the stirring even as I speak. You know who this is. Deep inside your heart trembles at the thought. You have suspected. You have felt uneasy. You have asked yourself in the night, can this be true? And now I confirm it to you, yes, it is true. This person you trusted has been secretly battling with death. Not just physical death, but spiritual death. They hid it behind smiles. They hid it behind promises. They hid it behind carefully chosen words. But heaven sees beyond masks. I saw their heart every time they spoke to you. I saw their thoughts every time they plotted in silence. I saw their hands when they reached for things they should not have taken. I saw their feet when they walked into places they should never have entered. And now their time has reached its limit. My child, hear me. I am taking this person away. Their body is failing. Their spirit is trembling, and their life is about to slip like water through fingers. They may think they can hide this from you until their last breath. But I will not allow it. I am giving you this warning so you are not taken by shock. I am preparing your heart to see what others do not see, to understand what others cannot understand. Do not think this is a punishment on you. It is not your fault. You are not to blame for what they chose in secret. This is the result of their own decisions, their own rebellion, their own refusal to listen when I sent warnings to them again and again. I spoke to them in dreams. I sent angels in disguise to speak to them. I placed conviction in their heart, but they hardened themselves. And now the hour has come when their choices cannot be undone. Archangel Michael has cried out to me, saying, Lord, what about the one who loves them? What about your child who will suffer from this? And I answered, Michael, I will protect the one I love. I will prepare them with truth so that, when the moment comes, they will not be destroyed, but strengthened. I will turn their tears into power. I will make them rise even from the ashes of loss. My child, when I reveal the name of this dying person to you, I do it not to torment you, but to awaken you. For you must know who around you is falling away. You must know who among you carries death in their hands. The name is not to bring you despair, but to set you free. Because once they are removed, you will walk lighter, freer, stronger. Their absence will hurt, but it will also break chains that you never realized were binding you. The angels of death have already drawn near to this person. They have been assigned. The scroll has been written. Their time has been marked. And when the moment comes, they will be taken. And you will remember that God told you before it happened. So you will not doubt that my hand was in this. And you will know that I protect my children with foresight, not after the fact. My child, the name of this person has been sealed until now. But I open it to you. The one who is dying, the one I am taking away, is the one who has stood closest yet carried betrayal in their heart. It is the one who smiled at you but secretly resented you. It is the one who promised you love but fed you deception. This is the one I am removing. Do not cling to them when they begin to slip away. Do not fight me when I take them. For I am your God and I know what I am doing. Trust me even when your heart breaks. Trust me even when your tears fall, because the death of this person will mark the birth of your new life. I will not leave you empty. I will not leave you broken. I will fill the space they leave behind with blessings that overflow. And I tell you something more. The one I am taking away tried to curse you with their final acts, but I have reversed it. What they meant to bury you with will become the soil in which I grow your greatness. What they meant to close will become the doorway I open. What they meant to steal will be returned to you in double measure. You will rise after they are gone. My child, this is your warning. Do not be surprised when you hear of sudden illness, sudden weakness, sudden collapse. Do not be shocked when their life fades like a candle in the wind. For I told you beforehand, stand firm. Stay in prayer. Keep your eyes on me. Because when they are gone, you will know it was not an accident. It was not random. It was my divine hand of separation. My protection, my justice, and my love for you. My child, prepare your heart. The time is near. The person I am taking away has only a short while left. Do not fear. I am with you. I will carry you through this. I am the Lord your God and I never fail. God says, my child, listen very carefully, for the words I place before you are not ordinary words. They are the sound of heaven breaking into your world. They are the trembling voice of eternity speaking into your fragile moment. I am not sending this by accident, nor am I writing to you in vain. I speak because I love you and I warn. Because the hour is dangerous. I speak because there is a name written in front of me. A life hanging by a thread. A person connected to you in ways you cannot imagine. And I am about to take this person away from you. The name of this dying person is already sealed before my throne. And though you do not yet see it, heaven has already seen it. The angels already whisper it. And Archangel Michael has already been dispatched to deliver this warning into your heart. My child, I have watched how you have struggled. How your heart has been torn between love and loss. How your nights have been restless with questions you could not even form into words. I have watched the tears fall down your face silently in the dark when no one else knew you were crying. I have watched your prayers rise like incense, trembling, sometimes half believing, sometimes desperate, sometimes filled with doubt. But even in your doubts, I saw your sincerity. Even when you questioned whether I heard you, I heard every word. Even when you wondered if I had abandoned you, I never left your side for a single heartbeat. I carried you in silence and I shielded you when you thought you were unprotected. And now I come to you with a truth that will shake your soul. Because the person whose name is tied to you, the one who has walked close to you is standing in the valley of shadows. And the decree has been written, I am taking this person away from you. Do not be deceived. My child, this is not a punishment against you, nor is it cruelty. It is the fulfillment of a mystery you cannot yet see. You cry for life, but I see the entire picture. And what you think is loss, I know is divine alignment. Yet I do not want you to be blind to what is happening. So I reveal it in advance. I tell you even now as you read these words, the angels are gathering around this person. Michael has unsheathed his sword, not in anger, but in protection. For there are dark forces fighting to claim this soul. There are spirits that rejoice in death, hoping to use it to destroy you, to crush your faith, to break your spirit beyond repair. But I will not allow them. This departure will not be for your destruction but for your awakening. My child, you will be tempted to ask why this one, why now? Why in this way? You will feel like screaming against heaven. But I tell you, I have seen every conversation you had with this person. Every moment of joy, every betrayal, every embrace, every silence. I have seen the hidden truth this person carried. The things they never told you, the tears they shed where you could not see. The battles they fought in secret. The sins they concealed. The prayers they whispered under their breath hoping no one would ever know. Nothing is hidden from me. I am not exposing this person to shame them but to prepare you to cleanse your heart, to show you that what is about to happen is not random. It is divine. The name of this dying person is being spoken in heaven now. Angels weep. Michael cries with a loud voice because he knows how hard this will be for you. He knows how your heart will feel torn apart. He knows the agony of watching someone you are tied to slip into eternity. But he also knows the victory in it. For when I take them not into darkness but into judgment, not into hopelessness, but into the truth of my light. My child, I want you to hear me carefully. Prepare yourself. Do not cling so tightly that you cannot release. Do not idolize what I am removing. For if you worship what I am taking away, you will collapse under the weight of grief. But if you trust me, you will see that what feels like the end is actually the beginning. For every death I birth a new life. For every door I close I open another. You cry now, but laughter is already hidden in the future. I tell you a mystery. The one I am taking from you has been living on borrowed time. You thought they were strong, but I knew their weakness. You thought they were honest, but I knew their secrets. You thought they were permanent, but I knew they were only temporary. The threads of their life have been unraveling for longer than you realized. Even when they smiled in front of you, I saw the heaviness in their heart. Even when they acted as if nothing was wrong, I saw the shadows trailing them. And now the hour has come. My child, you will remember this moment when the news reaches you. You will remember these words when the name is finally revealed before your eyes. You will tremble and ask yourself if I had truly spoken. And then you will know without a doubt that I warned you. You will see my fingerprints in the timing, in the signs, in the confirmations that will surround you. Do not be afraid when you see it. Do not be shaken when people around you fail to understand. I did not speak this message for them. I spoke it for you. I also tell you this. In the days leading up to this person's departure, you will see unusual signs. Dreams will come to you with strange images. Pay attention. You may dream of funerals, of shadows, of broken doors, of candles blowing out suddenly. Do not dismiss them. I am speaking to you through them. You will feel sudden chills in the middle of the day and your spirit will stir as if something is walking past you. This is not your imagination. This is the angel of transition moving closer. You will hear songs that remind you of endings. You will see numbers repeating, warnings coded in plain sight, but you must not ignore them. These are my messengers preparing your spirit so you are not caught unaware. And when it happens, my child, remember, this is not the end of you. This is not the collapse of your story, this is the unfolding of my plan. You may cry rivers, but those tears will be seeds in my hands. You may scream in pain, but those screams will be the breaking of chains you did not even know were binding you. You may feel abandoned, but you will wake up one day and realize you were held tighter than ever before. I am taking this person away from you because there are things you could not see. There were betrayals hidden behind kindness, lies wrapped in soft words, promises never meant to be kept. There were forces working through this person that would have destroyed you had I allowed them to stay longer. I am cutting short the days of their influence so that your destiny may live. You will not fully understand it now. But in time you will thank me with tears of gratitude instead of sorrow. And hear me again, my child. Do not ignore this warning. I am not telling you this to frighten you, but to prepare you. Michael has pleaded that I make it plain because the enemy wants to use this event to make you curse me, to turn you bitter, to make you lose faith forever. But I will not let that happen. For I love you too much. So I speak now, the name of the dying person is sealed. Their time is nearly finished. And I the Lord will take them away. Trust me when it comes. Hold my hand when the storm rages. Do not let go. You are not alone in this. You are never alone. My child, listen closely, for this is not a moment to take lightly. This is not a word to dismiss as though it were ordinary. I come to you in urgency with a voice that carries the weight of eternity because you have cried out. You have asked for truth. You have begged to know what is being hidden. And I, the Lord your God, have chosen to reveal to you something that shakes your soul to its very core. You have walked through seasons where people have come and gone from your life, where the faces of those you trusted most turned away, where betrayal and silence cut deeper than any blade. Yet this is different, my child, because I am telling you that there is someone whose time with you is ending. Someone whose thread of life is fading under my watch. Someone I have chosen to remove from your journey because their presence in your story no longer serves the divine plan I have for you. I know your heart trembles as you read these words. I know you feel the weight of uncertainty pressing on your chest, but you must trust me when I tell you this is not punishment. This is not cruelty. This is divine order being fulfilled. The name of this dying person has been sealed in my will. And while your mind may race to identify them, while your spirit may ache to understand the full details, you must first understand why this is happening. You see, not everyone who walks beside you was sent to stay forever. Some are lessons, some are tests. Some are mirrors of your own soul's shadows, and some are thieves of your peace. This one, the one whose name I am writing in the book of departure, has carried both blessing and curse in your life. There were moments where you believed their closeness was a gift, where their presence seemed like comfort, but behind the veil, I saw every hidden intention, every thought they never spoke aloud. Every deed done in silence. I saw where their heart wavered. I saw where darkness clung to them. I saw where their hands shaped paths that were meant to lead you into destruction. You wondered why their spirit often carried heaviness. Why your peace seemed to drain whenever they entered your space. Why the atmosphere shifted around them. It was not your imagination, my child, it was a signal for me that their time was limited. I do not take away without reason. I do not remove without purpose. Every life has a span and every connection has a season. The one whose name I speak is now reaching the end of their appointed time in your circle. Because to keep them longer would mean to keep you from your destiny. You prayed for clarity. You prayed for open doors. You prayed for breakthroughs. And now you wonder why instead I am speaking of departure. Do you not see, my beloved, that sometimes a blessing is hidden in loss? Do you not understand that when I close one chapter, it is because the next page is waiting with greater light? This person, the one you, of the spiritual binding they tried to place on your favor. But they made one fatal mistake. They forgot who your Father is. They forgot that I never sleep. That I never lose track of my chosen ones. That before they even finished speaking, I had already sent angels to intervene. This is not just about people. This is about patterns, about cycles, about generational issues trying to rise again through people you thought were safe. Some of the ones involved in this meeting are family. Some are old friends. Some are spiritual figures you looked up to. But it doesn't matter their title. It matters their truth. And the truth is they never wanted to see you fully free. Because a free version of you meant the end of their influence. Because when you rise, their control disappears. Because your healing reminds them of their own stagnancy. But God says this isn't your burden to carry anymore. I'm severing the tie. You were never meant to be tied to them permanently. They were part of the journey but not the destination. I used them to teach you, to shape you, to make you. But now their chapter has closed. If you try to bring them into the next, you will suffer more delay. You will feel their jealousy choke your joy. You will wonder why your peace keeps disappearing. But now you know. You've seen the meeting. You've heard the decision. They weren't praying for you, they were praying on you. And now I will not allow another day of confusion. There is more you don't know. Deeper layers, messages exchanged about you, discussions filled with spiritual manipulation. They've even tried to tamper with how others see you, to isolate you, to make you seem unstable, unreliable, dramatic, or too much. But God says you are not too much. You were just around people who were too small to handle your gift. You are not unstable. You were simply breaking free from spiritual cages that were never meant to hold you. The shaking wasn't you falling apart. It was your prison collapsing. And now that you're free, they fear your clarity. But don't fear. I'm not just exposing the conversation. I'm reversing the outcome. What they decided in that meeting will not stand. Their plans will collapse. Their words will backfire. The pit they dug for you will swallow their own intentions. I will bless you right in front of them. I will anoint your head in the presence of your accusers. I will elevate you so high they will have no choice but to witness it. And I won't do it in secret. I'll do it loudly, because your vindication is not just spiritual, it's visible. The world will see that I am with you. You've waited long enough. You've questioned your own worth long enough. You've kept silent for the sake of peace long enough. But peace built on lies is not peace. It's spiritual manipulation. And now I'm giving you the strength to speak, to walk away, to choose yourself, to protect your destiny like your life depends on it. Because it does. The next season of your life is sensitive, strategic, holy, and not everyone can come. The ones who just had a meeting about you. They've disqualified themselves. Not because you hate them, but because their energy can't walk beside your breakthrough. I know this hurts. You didn't want this to be true. You wanted to believe in their love. You prayed that their intentions were pure. But now I'm showing you what they said when they thought you weren't listening. Now I'm showing you who they really are behind the mask. And yes, it's painful, but it's also freeing because now you can move forward with full awareness. No more confusion. No more what if they meant well. No, they didn't. But that doesn't stop your purpose. Their doubt doesn't cancel your destiny. Their meeting doesn't cancel heaven's plans. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. There is divine protection circling you, now. That's why certain connections are crumbling. That's why certain people are avoiding you. They feel the exposure in the spirit. They know they've been found out and they're hoping you won't notice. But God says you will notice. You already have. And now you'll begin to see the unraveling. The confessions, the weird behavior, the sudden distance. Don't chase it. Don't fix it. Don't apologize for it. Let it fall. Let it end. Let me rebuild your circle with people who carry peace, not poison. Your life is about to accelerate. I'm releasing things you prayed for years ago. I'm bringing answers to questions you cried about in secret. But first, I had to clear the path. I had to remove the snakes. I had to show you that the ones cheering for you were also cursing you. You had to see it before you entered the new season. Because where I'm taking you, betrayal like this would have been fatal. But now you're awake and now you're safe. God says, I have not forgotten your obedience. I have not ignored your sacrifices. I saw when you stayed faithful even when it hurt. I saw when you gave out of lack. When you loved people who were unloving. When you forgave even without an apology. I've recorded every action and now I'm rewarding it. They may have had their meeting, but now I've had mine. And my decision is final. You will rise. You will be seen. You will be protected. You will be compensated. And they will watch it happen. You are entering divine visibility, where those who tried to hide your gift will now be forced to recognize it. Where those who tried to silence your voice will hear it louder than ever. This is your time. Not just for healing, but for honor. Not just for survival, but for overflow. The alarms have been sounded in heaven. The secrets have been spilled. And now the shift begins. Stay ready. The truth is coming faster than you expect. Conversations will surface. Old messages will be exposed. Sudden clarity will hit you like lightning, don't be shocked. This is the exposure season. It's been activated because your blessing cannot sit next to deception. Your miracle cannot be birthed in manipulation. And now that it's time to receive, it's also time to release. Let go of who they pretended to be. Grieve it if you must, but don't hold on. There's something better, something pure, something real, a better circle, a better blessing. A better love, a better future. It's already being built in the spirit, and the moment you walk away from what they decided in that room, you will step into what I've already established in heaven. What they plan to harm you will only push you deeper into your purpose. Because nothing can stop the one whom God has chosen, and God has chosen you. The 3 hours have passed and the moment has arrived. Heaven held its breath as the final second ticked down. Angels stood still in holy silence. Archangel Michael waited at the gate. The last trumpet of warning sounded, and now what was once hidden cannot remain in the shadows. It is done. The trap was seen. The mask has fallen. The exposure has begun. And God says, you listened, you obeyed, and now you are protected. In the invisible realm, there was movement. The trap she set was real. Yes, real. But your obedience turned her trap into her own prison. The very weapon she designed for you now surrounds her. The pit she dug is no longer yours to fear. Her plan was perfect, deceitfully perfect. She counted on your kindness. She thought your love would blind you. She studied your patterns and assumed you'd stay soft and silent. But what she didn't realize was this. Your spirit belongs to me, says the Lord, and I do not let my chosen ones fall without a fight. You heard me. Even through confusion, even through your aching heart. You listened to what your soul cried when your heart didn't want to believe. And because of that, because you trusted what I whispered when the voices around you tried to drown it out, you are safe, you are delivered. You are free. You didn't see the full extent of what she planned. You didn't see what was behind the smile. You didn't see the final step of betrayal that she was saving for the last moment, but I did. And I shielded you. I canceled the covenant. I cut off her access. You did not walk into her trap because heaven blocked the path she thought you would take. And now she is exposed. Not just to you, but to others. The charm she used on everyone else is crumbling. Her image is breaking apart. The things she said behind your back about you are now being echoed back to her from mouths she didn't expect. Her web is unraveling. Her control is slipping. People are seeing her, truly seeing her for who she is, for what she tried to be, for how she operates. And it is no longer beautiful, no longer convincing, no longer spiritual because heaven is stripping away the illusion. This is what you asked me for, the truth, the clarity, the answer. It has come not in gentle whispers but in divine thunder. Not as a quiet suggestion but as a roaring revelation. You wanted to know who was real and now you do. You wanted to know who had your back and now you see who was aiming at it. You wanted to know what was delaying you. And now I've removed it. You are no longer trapped. You are no longer blind. You are no longer vulnerable to her poison. You are sealed in light. But be warned, the exposure is not the end. It is the beginning of recovery. Just because you see it now does not mean the enemy will stop trying. This is not just about her. She was a symbol, a representation of every disguised attack the enemy has sent over the years. And now that you've defeated this one, others will watch. They will see that they cannot manipulate you, that you are not weak, that your discernment is alive, that your angels are on guard, that your God is speaking. What happens now is sacred. Now begins your divine rise. What was blocked is now open. What was distorted is now clear. What was infected is now healed because you passed the test. You saw the snake in the garden and chose not to pet it. You felt the warning and didn't brush it away. And that obedience shifted your destiny timeline. A delay that would have lasted years has just been undone. A path that would have led to pain is now replaced with the path of power. The new door will appear quickly. That's how heaven works. When you align, things move fast. Restoration overtakes you. The replacement comes swiftly. But understand this. She will try again. Not always in person, not always through her face. But the spirit she carried, deceit, confusion, jealousy, will try to sneak in again in a different disguise. Be vigilant. Be rooted. Let what just happened become your armor. Let this be the lesson that sharpens your discernment forever. This was never just about saving you from a trap. It was about awakening you to your own authority. Because when you see the enemy clearly, you walk like royalty. No longer afraid. No longer passive. No longer apologizing for your light, you were always powerful. You just forgot. And she was hoping you'd never remember. That's why she wrapped herself around your trust. That's why she stayed close to your heart. Because she feared what would happen if you saw clearly. But now you see. Now you know, and now it is she who is afraid. Because nothing terrifies a counterfeit more than the one who finally recognizes the difference between love and manipulation, between light and mimicry, between divine connection and spiritual parasites. So here's what happens next. Restoration. Not in fragments. Not slowly. But in full, suddenly, unexpectedly, miraculously, your peace will return. Your joy will reappear, your discernment will sharpen, and your path will be illuminated like never before. The blessing that was held back is now free to find you because the energy around you has shifted. The fog has lifted. The counterfeit has been cut off and heaven rejoices. Your name is now echoing in new rooms. New favor is being released, a divine endorsement is being spoken over you. People who turn their backs on you will begin to feel something they don't understand. The people she poisoned with her lies will feel conviction. They will wonder why they ever doubted you. And they will watch as your life rises, not because of revenge, but because of vindication. God is not a God who stays silent when his child is accused. And now he speaks through action. The next 3 days will carry unusual moments. Conversations that feel out of place, people returning to apologize. Unexpected invitations. Dreams that shake you awake. Pay attention. Every sign is a confirmation. Every moment is heaven saying, yes. This is real. You did it. You escaped. Now rise. And her, the woman who tried to ensnare you, she will feel the silence. The favor she mimicked will begin to dry up. The light she borrowed will no longer shine. The people she manipulated will pull back. Not in hate, but in realization. She will wonder why things are falling apart. She will try to reach out, to reconnect, to explain. But do not reopen what God has sealed shut. The test is not over if you keep returning to what tried to destroy you. Let her go. Let the lie die. Let the truth live. You are covered. You are safe. Archangel Michael still stands guard. He watches over you because your assignment is not finished. You are walking into purpose so large it will silence every voice that ever doubted you. And one day when you look back, you will remember this hour, this day, this moment. You will say this is when everything changed. And it did because you listened. Because you saw, because you said yes to heaven. The trap has collapsed. The thief has been caught. And your destiny is now unhindered. You are free. A private meeting was just held about you. Behind closed doors, behind curtains that you couldn't see past, conversations were spoken in whispers, decisions made that were not meant for your ears. But nothing is hidden from me. Nothing escapes my eyes. I saw the papers passed between hands. I heard the murmurs, the accusations, the lies, the envy. I witnessed every detail of that meeting. And I tell you now, this is not the time to fear. It's the time to trust me more than ever before. You weren't in the room, but I was. You didn't hear what was said, but I did. And what I heard has stirred heaven. What was meant to destroy you is being intercepted by divine hands. I will not let the wicked plan succeed. What they intended for evil, I am already turning for good. I saw the moment they brought up your name with hidden malice. I saw how they exchanged glances of agreement, crafting decisions with dark intentions, strategies not based on justice, but on jealousy. And yet, even then, my presence flooded the room. They may have thought they had power, but I own the final word. My child, be still. Let your heart not tremble. I know how this kind of unseen attack shakes your peace. I know how it feels to be talked about, judged, examined like a subject under a cold, uncaring light. But I am not cold. I am not distant. I am right here. The warmth of my hand is upon your shoulder now. I know the decisions made in that room were alarming. They discussed things that if permitted could change your future, your peace, your direction. But they forgot one thing. This battle is not yours. It belongs to me. I will not allow what they plotted to take root. You are protected under my name. The schemes formed in secrecy will be shattered in public. The tongues that lied will be silenced. Those who pretended to be allies while they hid their betrayal behind false smiles will be exposed. The hour has come for unveiling. But you must not fight in your own strength. I am sending my angels now. Archangel Michael is standing watch. He has marked you with divine light, and no darkness can touch what I have covered. I know your heart is heavy. You wonder why you were the subject of such hatred. You wonder why your name was spoken with venom while you have only tried to walk in love. The answer is simple yet painful. They see something in you that they do not understand. The light you carry unsettles the demons in them. The favor on your life offends the spirits of jealousy that possess their hearts. You've done nothing wrong. You have merely been chosen. And sometimes the chosen must walk through fiery trials. Do not fear the fire, my beloved. I am in the fire with you. I am standing between you and every curse, every lie, every false report. I am disrupting every plan that formed in that private meeting. I am exposing the very foundation of their intent. What was hidden will now come to light. Even those closest to you who knew of this and said nothing, yes, even they will be revealed. I don't allow my children to be blindsided forever. Truth always finds its way to the surface, and I will make sure you are never in the dark again. This is a warning wrapped in love. A divine alert spoken in truth and sealed with grace. You are in the middle of spiritual